Hi everybody, we are in Post and Touch, your morning podcast, and we're with my old friend Adrian García Pérez, and we are going to talk about a little bit of the political situation of Spain. Hi Adrian, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm here with my coffee, sipping some coffee. I am very dizzy, and but we are here to talk about some politics, shall we? We have to post and toast, like our favorite podcast and our first episode of this podcast. So, yeah, that's it. How you think? How we start with talking about politics? What do you think, Segura?
Have you taken the time to reflect on the complex political situation we are facing in Spain in these challenging times?
Hmm. Actually, yeah. It's truly fascinating and overwhelming topic. The politics dynamics in Spain and our country in general seems to be a constant flow of changes, challenges, and at all that times under tinted.
I agree with you. From the economic crisis that make the last decade to the more recent political and social events, we have witnessed an extremely dynamic political landscape. How do you perceive the growing polarization that has characterized Spain politics in recent years?
Hmm. I don't know how to start with, but I think that polarization is undoubtedly one of the most prominent concerns about politics in general in Spain. I think it has led to a political environment where dialogue and democracy and collaboration are in a critical state. I think between different parties, such as the most general or most prominent political parties like PP or PSOE, but other ones like Vox and Podemos have been like that. Ideological differences have intensified, such as things about Catalonia, and things like that, generating tensions that affect political stability and the ability to find consensus-based solutions. It's fascinating but also alarming how these polarizations can have a lasting impact and think so on the ability to build a more cohesive society. What do you think about that? I generally think that that's my main point about polarization.
Moreover, we have witnessed social movements emerging, demanding broad changes in the way politics is conducted. Calls for increased transparency, the fight against corruption, and more active citizen participation are becoming stronger. How do you interpret these demands from the perspective of the citizens?
Hmm. Without a doubt, society is demanding a greater responsibility of our political leaders and especially their ethics. People no longer settle like for empty promises, false lies, and general false information. They want concrete actions and policies that address the real issue we face in society, such as problems of jobs or economic crisis. The citizenry seeks a general commitment to approach more focuses on collective well-being, like I said so. Um, Other points are the magnitude of these demands reflect the maturity and the awareness of society. I think we are seeking a more responsible political system in tune with people needs. I generally agree with that. Do you have anything
I,
to add?
I see your point of view, but additionally, the management of the economic have been a central theme in this debate. I mean, the economic measures taken have direct impact on the quality of life of the population, and it seems that that gap between social strata is widening. What are your reflections on this aspect?
Hmm. Yeah. This these points that you have just offered, like the economic things, it's I think a critical point. The distribution of wealth in Spain has changed a lot, and society policies are crucial aspects to seek in the general future that need to be effectively addressed. I think so. Solve this, I think that striking a balance between economic development and social justice is essential for our country in general and for the overall well-being of the population. Observing how these economic decisions can affect different segments of society, like I don't know, family members or wealth, like very rich people in general, is a reminder of and contribute generally, and a reminder of the importance of addressing not only economic aspects but also a social ramification of this arise. I think so. Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, and also we can't ignore territorial tensions, especially in regions such as Catalonia or País Vasco. The pursuit of independence has added another layer of complexity to the already complicated Spanish political landscape. How do you think this territorial issue influences the stability and unity of the country?
They can't address a lot of problems. Certainly, I think that all of the when it comes to territorial issues present a significant challenges, whether it's political or socially, in the unity of the country. Tensions between regions such as Catalonia and a Basque country, like you said, require a sensitive and a dialogue approach. I think so, because people are humans, and they have feelings, they have different political opinions. So striking a balance between regional autonomy and national unity is crucial to maintain cohesion and peaceful coexistence, I think. Observing generally how these tensions can influence national decision making, like the elections we see, the election we had in June this last year. I think that can be a very perception and can make the change of the perception of the Spanish identity, and we can see an abroad in the future of our country in general. And it's a reminder of the complexity, I think, of the cultural and political diversity that coexist in our country generally. Yeah, that's it.
We all know that in Spain we have a lot of challenge, but despite all this challenge, do you believe this room for hope? Do you see possibilities for Spain politics to evolve towards a more stable, collaborative panoramic in a harmony with the needs of society?
That's a very good point, Segura. I think that at first and generally I was a very negative person when it comes to politics when the 2011 thing of Catalonia happened, but now I'm more optimistic, though more realistic about the UN and Spain in general. I believe that the key of this main problem of Spain comes to the participations of the citizens, the promotion of general politic dialogue, like from the most potential political parties. I think it's a measure that can address the real concerns, or all parties can address the real concerns of society in general. Also, it's crucial for political parties to seek points of coverage and work together to overcome the challenges we face in the country. I think that also hope lies in our collective ability to learn from lessons from the past. I think the best example would be the civil war we had previous century and the Second Republic, and adapt these ton of challenges we had, and we overcome it and build a promising future for our society from New Spain. So that's the main bullet point, I think.
All right. In conclusion, the political situation in Spain is a little bit like a complex puzzle with pieces that go beyond parties and ideologies. It requires a holistic approach that takes into account to diverse voices and perceptions of society. How do you see the role of civil society in this process?
I think that, yeah, city society in general plays a fundamental role in this argument, really, cause active citizen participation, monitoring political decisions and defending democratic values such as the UN, or also Europe, cohesion, or Spain are essential to strengthen our society. Moreover, building consequence and promoting civic education are powerful tools to empower citizens in political decision making, like building schools and promoting positive values about Spain. I think generally the roles of civil societies very very necessary, and it's like to be necessary for the counterbalance that can drive significant changes and ensure that the voice of all citizens can be heard and considered in the political process. That's the thing. Yeah.
I will add that to achieve this change, it's fundamental to strengthen democratic institutions, ensuring their transparency and and efficacy to genu- gen- genu- genuinely represent the interest of society.
Yeah, that's exactly the main point. Strengthening the foundations for the democratic is essential. Additionally, education, promoting an informed citizenry are key pillars to build a more resilient society in the face of political challenges. We have to abroad different challenges. We had things about now the amnesty policy, and things about the Basque Country, but ultimately the construction of a more robust and equitable political future rests in the shared responsibility of us, the citizens. So we have to be searching the common good for all of us. We have to do it with that. So that's it, I think so.
Okay, it's been incredible diving into this extensive conversation. Time flew, and honestly, I have had a great time. I'm excited about the idea of doing more podcasts with you in the future. Until soon, and thank you for this wonderful conversation. Thank you, Adrian.
You're welcome, Segura. For our main broadcasters, we are your broadcasters here of the first episode of Toast and Post. Come about the second episode about football and general sports. Thank you for listening to us.
Bye.
Bye.